Hey everybody, it's Lance with Food Biz Today. I'm here with my good friend David Najor. How you doing, Nate? David?
Good. How you doing, Lance?
Good. Good to see you again.
Nice to
We're
see
here
you
at
too.
Windy City Cafe in Tempe, Arizona. Brought a taste of Chicago to the Valley of the Sun. Right?
Yes, I did.
Right on. Welcome to Arizona.
Thank you.
And what brought you here?
You know, the weather, first of all, and second of all, business opportunity. I really wanted the people of Phoenix to see how things are made back east, and I think I can make a profit by doing it.
Yeah,
So,
there's a lot of people from Chicago here.
yes, I heard about that.
Well, you're going to hear more about it in the coming months. People are they're going to seek you out and find you and let you know all about it.
Well, we don't want just the Chicago people, we want the Phoenix people too, especially the Tempe people.
Absolutely. We're converting them.
Okay.
Well, what are you going to make for us today?
Today I want to show everybody how to make Italian beef from scratch. It's one of our signature sandwiches here at the restaurant, and I said, you know what, let me show everybody how we make it, and if they ever want to make it at home, they can do it at home.
Oh, that's cool. Very generous of you. And real quick, before we get started, where are you located?
1815 East Elliott and McClintock in the southeast corner, Tempe, Arizona.
Right in front of the theaters.
Right in front of the theaters.
Right
Yes.
on. You can't miss it.
You won't miss us.
Right on. Well, I'm going to shut up and get out of the way for a second and let you do your thing. And again, you're making
Italian beef.
Italian beef.
Chicago Italian beef.
Without further ado, David, show us what you got.
Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to start with the rubs. First we got a little bit of salt, some black pepper, granulated garlic. Gotta have some cayenne for the heat. I myself prefer more. We got some basil, some oregano, and some parsley flakes. We're going to mix all this up a little bit. This is for our rub that's going to go on top of our beef. Now, when I do this, and you should do this at home, is I actually put everything in the pan that we're going to cook with, just in case if something falls down or falls out, it's already in the pan, so it's still in there. Let's start with some onions, chopped onions, some celery, and some carrots. Those go on the bottom. Then we take our nice top round. We got a nice half piece of a top round. You go to the butcher shop, if they don't know what top round is they also refer to this as a bottom round. I just set this right in my pan again, so just in case if I lose any of the seasonings, it doesn't go to waste. It actually goes right into the pan. And right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start rubbing. Apply a little bit of the seasonings on top. Get it in there nice, massage it pretty well. Get some more going on. Work on the top side here. Rub some more in there. Flip this bad boy over. Put a little bit more rub over here. Likewise, massage that guy up. I see whatever's falling off is going into the onions and the celery and the carrots, so you're getting as much seasoning as possible. You know. Finish rubbing that guy off, and we're ready. Now, the only thing that we add in terms of liquid for seasonings is some Italian dressing. Got to get some good quality Italian dressing because this is going to sit overnight, and you want this Italian dressing to really get into that meat. And this is why we call it Italian beef. No, I'm just kidding. Now once that's put in, is what I do is I have some beef stock already prepared, and when I leave it overnight I actually let it sit in the beef stock itself and let it marinate overnight. You can get some canned beef stock or you can make some at home. We make ours homemade here, but if you don't have it, you know, just buy some good canned beef stock. You want your stock to go about halfway up of the roast, you know. We're good there. Now, before I set this overnight, I cover this with plastic and then aluminum foil, and I leave it overnight before I cook it off in the morning. And what I do in the morning, I cook it low and slow. First 2 hours cover with aluminum foil and plastic, 275 degrees. The last hour uncovered at 250 for about 45 minutes, and that should get you to a temperature about 115 to 120 degrees, and that's where you want to be when you're cooking it off. And I'm going to cover this guy up right quick. Get some plastic going on. And have some aluminum foil. And this guy is ready for the oven.
Fantastic. And one more time, how long is it in the oven and how hot?
So covered 2 hours, 275 degrees, and then uncover it for the last 45 minutes at 250 because you don't want to burn the top where all the seasonings are. You want those seasonings to go into the meat.
Fantastic. And now we have one that's prepared. Right?
Yes, we have one that's already prepared that we just finished cooking off.
Time lapse.
Time lapse. Yes.
Magic.
That's how it works. Let me just move this guy out of the way.
Get out of your way here.
When this guy comes out, you want to see that red. You want to make sure that this guy isn't completely cooked. And now what we want to do is we want to put this guy on the slicer. And we have shaved a few of the fat and some of the seasonings on top off, just to make sure that what we serve and what you should serve is the right part of the beef. So we're going to put this guy on our slicer here.
And of course, everybody at home has a slicer just like this, so it's very convenient.
If you don't have a slicer, you gotta have to use some of your kitchen skills. You gotta cut this thing really thin,
Okay.
or shred it. Just keep cutting it until you get it to the right desired thickness. Now we're gonna turn our slicer on, make sure it's working. Get this thing nice and thin. What you want to do is you want to get this thing as thin as possible. You almost want to be able to see through it because the beef isn't fully cooked. You're going to finish cooking it in its au jus. And the au jus is simply the juices that we cooked in it. It's the gravy that the meat itself created. And we drain out all the vegetables and then we put that on the side. Get my bone butter? Right in there? Yep. So now that we finished doing this, what we got to do now, what I do now, is I actually cut this up, but for this situation we're not going to. We take our beef, I put it in a strainer, and I drop it in its jus. Come on over this way. This is the au jus. This was the gravy that the roast made, and you're going to just drop this in its own juices, you know, and now it's going to fully cook. This doesn't take any more than 10 seconds because the beef is already at 115 to 120, and the last thing you want is some overcooked beef. We take our beef and we put it in our French roll. Ooh. Making a little bit of mess here, don't do that at home. And now to top this guy off, you gotta have some giardiniera. You know, giardiniera is a mixture of chili peppers, celery, carrots, olives, olive oil, and a lot of heat. You know, just take your giardiniera, pour it over your sandwich like that. Now, you got a Chicago Italian beef. Now this isn't done yet. Now, I myself personally, I take my whole sandwich and I dip it into the jus. But for some reason over here that's not allowed. People here don't like that. So what we do is we give them a cup of jus. And let everyone cut it and dip it themselves. You know? But I will not have this unless my bread is soaked. That's just the right way of eating it. You know, you can't have it any other way. I'm not a big dipping guy, so I just make sure my bread is full of the juices. And there you go. It's a messy sandwich. It's hard to hold, but it's a great tasting sandwich. And as you can see, you know, I can hold it. I've never had a problem holding it. You know.
So it's not really a matter of whether or not you can hold it, it's a matter of I can hold it.
Oh, why don't you
isn't
try?
that the proof in the pudding? Whether I can fit my mouth over that, this is going to be the trick.
Go ahead, Lance.
This looks fantastic. And I've always been a dipping guy, but that's kind of a pain, right?
Yeah. You know what? We don't have a problem. You
This
know,
is the way to do it.
That's the way to do it. Oh my. You gotta do that Guy Fieri stance. The Guy Fieri hunch.
Right, right.
Yeah, the Guy Fieri hunch. You getting some of the
Outstanding,
jardinera?
man.
You getting that jardinera in there?
Killer, killer, killer.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a
Very
messy
good.
sandwich. Good. Yeah.
David, tell them again where you're from. I'm going to enjoy your sandwich. Where can they find you?
Windy City Cafe, Tempe, Arizona, at the corner of Elliott and McClintock, right by the theaters. You know, please come on in and tell them you saw this video. You know.
Tell them to find you on Facebook.
Oh yeah, we're also on Facebook. Go on Facebook, and you can also go on Yelp and see where we're at. But please do. Thank you very much. You guys have a great day.
See you soon. I'm Lance for Food Biz Today. My buddy David from Windy City Cafe. We'll see you soon.
See you guys.